Thank you, Madam House Chairman. As I listened very carefully to the speakers who preceded me and trying to have a sense of this debate, and two concerns or two ideas rose in my mind. The first is that I found myself with many of my colleagues in the past 3 months spending about 40 hours discussing how we don't have the time every now and then to spend an hour in this House discussing a vote of no confidence. The second concern that I had in my mind is what is really the purpose of a debate like this. A party like ours and many others have made extensive submissions to the National Planning Commission on effective proposals on what can be done to turn the country around. But in Parliament, at these late hours in an empty House, we collect these purpurries of ideas, this collage of notions relating to about all that which comes in the very great equation of what makes life worth living and what government can do to achieve that goal. I would rather see a Parliament which focuses on a single issue and has the courage of driving that issue ahead in spite of government not moving. I would rather see a Parliament which adopts resolutions which bind the executive and force action. I would rather see a Parliament which intervenes with its own legislation. We all agree that the flexibility of the labour market is a problem. This Parliament should do something of its own accord to amend the Labour Relations Act, even there where the executive seems to have its hands blocked. I would like to see this Parliament taking the initiative in ordering the executive to implement the youth subsidy, which was at one point a matter of general consensus. These are the opportunities that this Parliament loses time and again and replaces it with the satisfaction of having an omnibus debate about how to achieve freedom and happiness in small packages capable of being distributed to everyone. And the other thing that went through my mind is, yes, we are having this debate, but hey, we can't really have a debate of Encandler. The Speaker will not allow us that because that is not a matter of public importance. But a general debate about happiness for all seems to be such. I don't want to ridicule what we are doing here. I think it's important that we discuss it. But for as long as we discuss the formula for happiness, I think we are, and that's all we are doing, I think that we are failing the great potential that the Parliament can do to transform dreams into reality through something called volition. There is an ancient English word which has fallen unfortunately in desuetude, which is called velleity. Velleity is the lowest form of volition. It's the volition which does not turn into action. And we must make sure that in these and in other debates, this Parliament does not fall prey and becomes guilty of exactly that, of velleity, of merely wishing, hoping, rather than mastering the strength of forging solution through the powers that the Constitution gives us as a Parliament without waiting for the Executive, which is that of giving policy instructions to the Executive and passing legislation to solve the many problems which have been so correctly identified by my preceding speakers. Thank you.
Thank you. May I call upon the